Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning, and here is Rudolf Schenker, guitarist of the Scorpions. And please introduce yourself.
Okay, you're right. I'm a guitar player of the Scorpions, composer and founder of the Scorpions, and also an author and writer. I have my own book, Rock Your Life. And I'm traveling around the world, building bridges with music between continents, between different philosophies, different religions, and because music is the word which finds his way, this right way. Politician is one way, music is the other way. Mozart said one thing: what would be the world without music?
So this was a very short introduction of mine. Of course, I looked through the internet and read a lot, and my wife loaded down your book, of course. And you're in Germany. You're one of the very, very top musicians. And I'm afraid I'm no hard rock fan. But on the way up to your house here, I went through Spotify and I said, "Well, yeah, I know that. I know that. Of course that." And if I looked at that, every year in my life there was a title of the Scorpions which I really liked. So I'm the one who likes the ballads, where these guitars play and the singing in harmony. So what I do not like is disharmony. So when but harmony is that what I like, and therefore we are here to discuss about the harmony of the whiskey you introduced. Last year, I think, or
maybe one half or something.
Half year. So this
one
year,
and a half
probably.
something. One half. I think ago.
Yeah.
With everything together, like the cover and everything. You know?
Yeah. This is a single malt whiskey which was designed by you together with friends, as you said, and together with the Mackmyra Distillery in Sweden, in Gävle, 2 hours drive north of Stockholm. And talk a little bit about how this whiskey was composed, how you were able to bring all your things you thought about into that whiskey.
Okay, the first thing is that maybe many Scorpions fans would say, why is Scorpions making a whiskey? Yeah. As the fans know and other people know, we have a new drummer since a few years. And of course, my philosophy was always from the beginning when I found the band, good musicians, yes, but also people I can build a friendship with. Mm-hmm. So in this philosophy, it's working until today, especially with Klaus. He came into the band exactly New Year 1969-70. And from there on, I had the right partner to compose songs and making the strategy of the way where Scorpions going. So now, why the Scorpions making whiskey? Because when Vicky D came in the band, of course we became friends and we talked about this and this and this. And I know already that Motto had a lot of stuff like beers and rum and whiskey and so on. And we came, why you guys don't do a whiskey? Of course. We have a long history about whiskey because we used whiskey often in our songs. Catch a Train and an example, and also we had whiskey in our dressing room. There was always a rider where people getting
young times.
They're saying, "What do you want? Beer, whiskey." We start with bourbon and then we change to Chivas Regal, and and then we came to the point where we know we can't control it, especially when we on stage. We took in 81, 82, we took the whiskey out of the rider and put more beer in. And so in this case, we have a very good connection. Now I'm using whiskey as an tasting great way of this little bit. We have a we have a tour manager, Bill Barclay. His father was a whiskey burner, and when we start to getting the first example, because we said let's do, and we met the people from the brewery, we start tasting here and there, and then no, this is not this, it's too strong, this is there. So, and then because also of the help of Mr. Barclay and of course Mr. Japs and Klaus Meine, we start to talking about what can we do to make the whiskey special. So we got some examples which we liked, but somehow we missed this little bit our tradition Germany. So, and then they had an idea. We holding it for a few years in German old
Sherry casks.
Sherry, yes. So, and we said yes. We got the result, and we said this is the way. Perfect, perfect. And that was the. I think that was the cream of the coffee.
Of the and then we see the bottle and your special particular label, and here we see your scorpion, of course. That's definitely and the red star. Can you tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, that is the point. Is that of course our merchandise company or the brewery, I think merchandise company, they came up with this star, a little bit really in bright red, and scorpions and wind of change under. We were sitting together at a dinner somewhere in the world and said, no, what had wind of change with whiskey to do? So in this case, we talked about, and somehow, because of the star, I don't know who came up. Was me, maybe, I don't know, because you know when you're deep in this finding process then you don't know. Rock and roll star. It's the perfect rock and roll star. Whiskey and rock and roll has so much together. So, and there was the star. We changed the star a little bit from bright red to this little bit, I think it's a little bit German flag inside. And when I see right, this looks like a little bit gold.
A little bit, yes.
Red,
gold, red, and black, yes.
Yes, right. So, and there we were. The brewery was very happy because it's a star. And the interesting thing is that it became a star because we got very much points on this whiskey because the tasting is fantastic.
Yeah, let's have a little bit of view on the distillery. This is located in Sweden, north of Stockholm, Gävle, the town is called. And they started decades ago in an old mill, but moved then into a new distillery, which is built in a tower. It's 8 stories tall. And they put the ingredients up on top, and then everything flows by gravity, no energy needed until down into the cask when they're ready. And this is one of the most perfect distilleries I've ever visited in the world. I have 200 plus, which I saw already. And there is a video online where I show the Gävle distillery, where we move through the building and discuss everything, and you see that there. Please have a look at that. And how did you manage to come along with the distillery? So,
yeah, in general, we don't know what you know. Maybe when we play in Sweden next time, we will go have a look. What for us was important, by finding the right taste, having the right surrounding, and also the Bill Barclay, he was a very good person because he brought this whiskey, the testing to Scotland to his friends, and they went, oh, not bad. So, and that means something. That means something, and for us was not important how the building looks, but when you tell me now, I think that's a great idea, and it's a fantastic point. You know, everything works when it's done by heart and soul. So, and if you do it and you put everything in it, then it's fine. And we got this reaction from the taste and from everything, from the first place into the point, we are on the right spot. So, and the Japanese, there came, I was 2 years ago, I was in Japan doing the Classic Rock Awards with the guitar players like Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page and Joe Perry from Aerosmith and Richie Sambora from. So and we. There came the people came and said, "Hey, great here, sign." And I was surprised that in Japan is the whiskey already.
It's very famous to have bottles signed either by the creators or by the distillery managers.
Yeah.
So this is quite popular. And if you have this signature on it, you know it from the old albums you had to sign as well.
Of course.
So
it's something special.
It's something special, and you put it into your vitrine.
And whiskey, you can wait 100 years.
Yeah.
And then you get that's to the scorpions, no?
Yeah.
The sun or something.
Okay, so thank you very much for this talk.
Yeah, thank
and,
you.
Please have a look at Whisky.com, where this whiskey is put in our database. We will have a look probably at your local dealership where you might find this. Thank you very much
You're welcome.
for your talk.
Okay.